What is up, gamers and viewers of the Low Ground podcast? Today, we are going to be doing debates. As before, we will be debating random topics as if we feel very strongly about a certain side.
Very strongly.
Nice.
We're gonna
I am
spin
a
a
radical
wheel.
pancake crat.
And keep in mind that we have to debate this topic, even if we don't agree with the side that we're debating with.
That's
So
true.
Yeah.
I have a random wheel here. All right, so we have same people as last time: Ryan, Grady, Casey, Peyton, Josh, and I. And so yeah, first two people who are gonna debate are going to be.
let's just get right into it.
Let's just jump right into it. Ryan
Let's get it, boys.
versus the wheel is turning.
Come on,
Me.
All right.
Will.
I've been looking forward to this, Ryan.
Oh, so you're
Yes.
approaching me.
Oh, so you're approaching me. All right.
Ryan versus who?
Ryan versus CJ.
CJ.
Let's go.
Alright.
All right, I'm spinning the wheel, and our topic is shows versus movies.
Ooh,
Hot
Alright.
dang. Hot diggity dang.
I think we should give CJ shows and Ryan movies
Ryan
because
gets
I feel like the opposite would normally be true. I know CJ really likes movies and Ryan is more into shows, from what
Yeah.
I've heard. So,
Oh, I love movies too, so I'm good.
all right. So Ryan,
I-
think can we say general consensus that Ryan gets movies, CJ gets shows.
Yeah,
I feel like eeny, money, mo.
Alright,
Eeny,
let's just go
meeny,
that way.
Ryan gets.
Let's just send it.
So the way this is gonna work, the rest of the if you didn't see the first one, you should check it out first of all. But they get the debate that they're gonna be debating on, and then we assign them as a group to what side they have to go to. They don't get to choose. We do.
Opening
Yeah.
statements and then rebuttal, and then we can vote. So Ryan, you are doing movies.
CJ, you.
You're welcome to go first if you'd like.
No, you can go first.
All right. So, TV shows can just do so much more than movies in terms of plot and character development. With a movie, you're restricted to 1.5 to 2 hours, whereas with a show, you can have much more time than that, spanning across an entire season. Take Stranger Things as an example. Each episode runs into the next one, but it's essentially a super freaking long movie. With a movie, you can't have all that development. You can't have the intricate, smaller plots in the finer details. Whereas with a show, you can have so many subplots. You can have way more character growth. Not to mention that it's a lot more believable. With a movie, you get into an hour into it, and the main hero is fighting the main villain. Whereas at the show, you get to actually grow with the protagonist. And maybe it's not even an action show, it's a comedy show. You get to actually grow with the characters. Whereas with a movie, it's just over the course of like an hour, 2 hours. And while movies are really fun for that, especially an entire trilogy or like a series, TV shows will actually give you more watch time, more hours with the characters, and you'll just feel like you're more invested in the plot itself. So, again, movies are super fun to watch, but shows, you just get more content and it's a lot more deep. That is my opening statement.
Good stuff.
And now a rebuttal from Ryan or opening statement. I mean,
All right. So, one of my main topics today is when you go to the movie theater to see a new movie, you're excited. You don't know anything. You've seen like 2 trailers. And you go there and it's all dark and you're just all focused on that. With TV shows, you're at home where there's so many more distractions. And also, shows by each season usually get watered down each season. Usually. And then with movies, you can have 9 movies and they're all good.
I know you're not talking about Star Wars.
Oh, I am talking about Star Wars. I am talking about Star Wars.
I think you mean you could have 6 movies and they're all good.
longest silence there. I was like, well, what is he
Okay, we're not gonna debate
Sorry,
real
go ahead,
topics
go ahead.
here.
Not yet.
I'm sorry, I had to go ahead.
no further interruptions.
Continue.
I apologize.
All right. Um and also with movies, so with shows, like you see like clips and stuff and you think, "Oh, that's funny." You might see the character grow, but it's not a new character throughout the whole series. It's one single character. And sometimes they bring in more people, but usually they don't. With movies, usually every movie they bring in more characters and you get to learn about them and they may become your favorite character.
I know you're not talking about Star Wars.
I know you're not talking about.
Okay, I'm not talking about Star Wars this
I
time.
know that was a joke. That was a joke.
And made some very good points. Is that the end of your closing statement?
Yes,
Yeah,
that was a good
That was a-
opening statement. I liked
You
the
didn't
movie
see us?
theater, the immersive experience of the movie theater. I can relate to that.
We'll touch more on our opinions of his
Okay,
opening statement.
everybody
after CJ's
shut the
rebuttal.
heck up. My rebuttal. All right. 3, 2, 1. Ryan, I don't know what kind of TV shows you're watching, but if you don't get introduced to any new characters throughout the run of an entire TV show, that's pretty disappointing. You look at any great TV show, especially over the course of multiple seasons, they're always bringing in new characters and new plot elements. All right. Like one of my favorite shows is The Clone Wars, right? They're constantly switching up protagonists, arcs, things like that, and it keeps it fresh the entire time. Now, some shows do focus on a singular character the entire time, and that's by design. However, in a lot of the cases, they do like they're forced to mix things up as to not become stale. And while this depends, like on a case by case basis, sometimes you get something like The Simpsons, in which the show should have ended like 80 years ago, but it's still going. But other times, you get a show that's super solid and actually ends when it should and is consistent throughout the entire time, like Seinfeld, 9 great seasons in a row consecutively. Whereas, again, case by case basis, something like The Office may go downhill. But my point is, at their best, TV shows are fully capable of doing everything you said that they couldn't. And while, yes, movies can do that too, shows are able to do it in a much longer period and you're able to get more content out of it. And also, yes, being in the theater is awesome and having that cinematic experience. Being at home is nice too because you're just a lot more freeing. You don't get to sit in pajamas and eat whatever you want at a movie theater. You can't just sit there and talk with your buddies the entire time at a movie theater. But at a show, with a show, you can. And just having that excitement of every week going back and with the new episode being released is super fun. Like I've known, like I felt that personally, like with The Mandalorian, just every week knowing going back and getting a new episode is great. Back when I was in elementary school with Ninjago, that was fun as well. But I mean, in all honesty, guys, I don't watch a ton of TV, so the weekly release thing is not something I personally experience a lot. But when I have, it's really cool just to know that it's always there. But yeah, TV shows are everything that Ryan said they couldn't do. I fully disagree and think that they are capable of that, if not better than a movie can, because of the amount of time you have with the characters.
All right, I got aggressive rebuttal from CJ.
No mercy. Order 66.
Now we'll hear.
I know you're not talking about Star Wars. Oh my gosh, that was such a bad voice crack. No.
Replay that.
We need to develop editing software that can go over it and just take out the voice.
No, we need to totally replay that in slow motion.
Yeah,
Go
let's
back
get
to Peyton's
slow-mo
voice
replay.
crack.
When you try
I
to
know
make
you're
an
not-
ironic joke and just end up voice cracking, that's when you know your life is over.
Okay, I think we're gonna swing on over to Ryan for his rebuttal to CJ's rebuttal.
Yeah.
All right. So they're so amazing that some movies, Star Wars, can influence different shows with Clone Wars, Rebels, Mandalorian. They're all because of the movies of Star Wars. A lot of movies have shows with them. You know where I'm going with this,
Yeah.
Yep, yeah. And also, when you're watching a movie / show at home, or like let's say you're watching a show at home, you're trying to watch it, but you're talking with your buddies the whole time. You miss some of it. At the movie theater, you can fully focus on the movie, and you can talk with them after. So you're actually focusing on every single part of the movie. You still get to talk to them.
All right.
Fair.
Do you
Fair
have
point.
more? Or
A good point.
he makes some good points. Okay. Ryan, is there anything more you want to say?
Oh, you can also watch movies at home with your buddies and talk with them too. And sit in your pajamas and eat whatever you want.
Yeah. Okay. So if everybody's all finished up, do you guys want to give your thoughts on both sides, and then we'll start casting our votes?
Suppose.
All right, who wants to talk first then?
I shall go first because
All
I'm
right,
a
go for it.
go-getter. I really liked CJ's initial argument with how much more time you get to spend with the characters, because that's true. Even if you're only getting like 20-minute episodes, say something like Seinfeld where it goes like 9 seasons with like 20 episodes per season. I don't do math on weekends, but that's a lot of watch time, you know. In movies, like, yeah, you can kind of do that too if you do like a long, like, either trilogy or just like series of movies, but you do really get more development. I liked what Ryan said about being able to kind of fully immerse yourself in the movie experience. He did kind of bring in later in the argument that you can watch movies from home, but I think he kind of, for the most part, argued about like watching a movie in a theater. Um, oh boy, I don't know. I think I'll go with Ryan.
All right.
He made some good points.
I'll make some comments now. CJ started off really strong with the argument about watch time. And I think I really agree with that. I think that you definitely get a lot more time with the characters. Ryan rebutted with the fact that sometimes maybe the characters that you're spending so much time with, the show can go on too long, and I think that's true. But I think that CJ also touched on the fact that like shows when they're in their prime or shows that are done well will introduce new characters and the characters will stay fresh and new storylines. And like you said, Seinfeld, 9 seasons of quality content. If we're assuming that we're talking about good movies and good TV shows, obviously the commercial appeal of movies is a lot more, and the effect it has on society and pop culture. Like, think about a new Star Wars movie or a new Avengers movie coming out. Like, that has major effects on the world. That Stranger Things had the same thing. I think that shows and movies have the power to influence a lot of things in our society and influence people. But personally, I think CJ might have had just a bit of a stronger argument for this one, so I'm going to go with CJ.
I'll say, so I like what Josh said about how, like, so CJ's argument, and I totally agree with this. In a show, you get to relate to them more. Like, I agree with him when he said, like, you only have a certain amount of time to get to know the character before the big fight scene happens and the character changes, you know?
Yeah.
It's kind of like you never have the actual character. You only have it on screen for like 5 minutes being like a jerk, and then it's like, oh, and now this happens and now he's good. And now
Yeah.
he understands to not be a jerk. You know?
And one thing I would like to say to Ryan's point, though, is that sometimes shows will have a couple of slow episodes that don't really progress the plot that much. But if you're somebody that's into like constant action or constant progression of the plot, there's not a whole lot of lollygagging when it comes to movies. So
Yeah.
I already it's my vote, but I just want to say
He didn't bring that.
that was a point for Ryan's.
He didn't bring it up
Ryan's
though.
side. No, but I'm just in
Yeah.
retrospect.
Yeah. I say I'm probably gonna have to go with CJ on this one just because of the arguments that he made, but Ryan was very close with to say that. Tough decision.
All right, Casey.
All right. Well, here's basically my thoughts. I think there were some good points made on both sides of this thing. I think that it's a very touchy subject because there's really good arguments for both of them. So it's not something where I was just going to be easily swayed. I've definitely consumed a lot of media in my life, my short life on this earth, but I would say I really vibed with CJ's arguments in the sense that TV shows are fresh and like, I don't know, you get more connected to them. I think that for a TV show to continue working, it kind of has to be good. Whereas a movie can just be churned out and like thrown out there, and then people decide if it's good or not. So, in my opinion, I'm gonna go with CJ, but Ryan made some really good points as well.
GG. All right, so
All right, GG.
CJ won this one 3-1, and
I love movies, by the way. I don't want to get the wrong idea.
my
I
best
forgot
friend's
to add a point that could have helped.
Too late for that now. Let's spin those wheels.
I know.
No comment. When Grady talks,
no
wheel.
when Grady
No
talks, does anybody else hear like a second extremely low demonic chorus?
Wait, who?
No,
Grady.
That's just
I don't
What
even
the
hear
heck?
Grady, dude. There's just these long silences, and I wonder if it's everyone just
Oh,
awkwardly
well,
pausing.
you
But it's probably
you
Grady.
probably have him muted.
No, I don't have him.
All right.
Are you Peyton? Are you? Oh my gosh, I don't have him muted. I'm not.
Okay,
Let's spin
I'm
that
not
spin
reading.
that
Wait,
wheel.
wait.
Spin that
Don't
wheel.
spin
Spin that
away.
wheel,
Don't spin it
yeah.
wet. Don't spin it wet yet.
Wheel
You
is
cut this
spinning.
part out. I have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah,
Sorry about that, boys.
Shut up, CJ.
I
okay.
is back.
All right,
Okay.
guys. Okay, so we have
Can you please be
Josh. Drumroll topics are. Can we get a drum roll in the chat, please?
Drum roll.
Target versus Walmart.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
This
Oh
is
my
a
god.
fantastic one.
This is probably the
Oh
most
my
boring
gosh.
topic.
what do I have?
Spinning again.
You guys, no. I want to hear this. You guys better make it interesting. All right.
Okay.
You guys
If you
better.
don't-
I'm talking like, dude. Walmart's got some.
Hey, don't say it.
Because I know exactly what I do for this. Please don't take this seriously, guys. Okay.
What do I
Anyways.
have?
Target.
I plan on taking this very seriously.
I
Take
think
this
that
as seriously as possible.
I think we should give Josh Walmart and
I was about to
Casey-
say the same thing.
Yeah,
Yes,
same.
Alright,
Casey
let's
Target,
do it.
Josh Walmart.
Let's go.
All right, you can go first if you want.
All right. Okay. All right. So if everyone's just really attentive here for a second, I'm just gonna get real with you. It's 2 a.m. Your child has thrown up all over the place. Your wife needs you to buy the milk, and you're freaking out. You get in your car. Do you want to go to a crusty place with crusty people looking for crusty things? Or do you want to go to a place with a giant red glowing sign that has it all? Well, it's pretty simple. I'm going to be frank here. There's a very unsavory crowd at Walmart most of the time, especially in the middle of the night. Target
Like,
has everything that Walmart has at a higher quality and is a nicer establishment. And there's a nicer crowd there too. I don't really know what else to say. It's a pretty shut and closed thing here, but um,
long story short,
Yeah,
Walmart
about that.
sketch, Target not.
All right.
Alright, Ryan's turn for his opening statement then.
Josh's, you mean?
Josh.
Imagine not even being able
Josh.
to remember your own cousins.
Yeah.
All right. So, let me just level with you guys for a sec. No. So, actually, ground level is kind of what I'm getting at. Here's what I want to talk about first. So, it's called Walmart, right? And while Casey talks about there being sort of a sketchy crowd around here, it was built on good, hardworking people. And I can tell you this because it was built from the walls up, hence the name Walmart. So, you might be thinking, why is it named Floor Mart or Ceiling Mart? Why is it named Walmart? Because people that came here originally were the first people to invent walls. Walmart just completely reinvented the store entirely. You see those markets and like Aladdin and stuff? Do you notice that none of those stores actually have walls? No, because some guy named Jonathan Wall, he pulled up one day and he's like, "You guys, I'm kind of sick of it snowing and getting all over our food, and kids are throwing up all over the floor, and it's not a good situation, and Mongols are attacking." So naturally, as any reasonable person would do, they thought of a brilliant idea. When push comes to shove, smart people think of brilliant ideas, and in this case, it was the wall. And so Walmart was quite literally built from the walls up. Eventually, they added the ceiling as well when the need came. Uh, but Walmart is just good, hardworking people that just around four walls and a bunch of great selections of products. Now, can you buy walls at Walmart? No, I'm willing to admit that. I'm willing to admit one of the few faults. You cannot buy walls, but inside those four walls, you'll find nothing but comfort, love, hard work, and probably a lot of assorted grocery products. And that's all I have to say.
Interesting. I don't know what to make of that. We'll see. Casey, rebut. Do it now.
Pretty sure it's rebut. Is it
Rebuke.
rebut or is it rebut?
I said rebut, and it's
Say rebut.
Let's just say
It's-
rebut. I don't care if we're
it's-
wrong.
We're
all right,
too
all
far
right.
in, we can't
Somebody
vote.
else
I'll look
said
it up
like
later.
that. It's
Okay.
probably rebut, but I said it like that because everyone else said it like that, and I want
Yeah.
to be like the cool kids.
Okay. All right.
Went to downtown Coolsville.
Exactly.
Welcome to downtown.
Which brings me to my next point. Yes, you do have the invention of walls. That's a pretty revolutionary technology. But as you can see, that's no longer one of their main selling points. Every other store can be seen having 4 walls.
You're
This
welcome.
is something and this may be something you can attribute to Walmart, but it's something you can also find at Target in a nicer quality. So why would you still go to Walmart? That's the real question here. I just don't know. I mean, yeah, you can find any product you want in there. But while you're trying to reach for diapers, you might get offered cocaine by a druggie wandering through the aisles in a cart. It's just something you have to think about before you choose Walmart over Target, a place where you would never meet anyone but a nice soccer mom walking with her kids.
That actively discourages me from going to Target.
You just lost CJ Casey. I would suggest winning
Dang.
back right now.
Well, I mean, I can't help that everybody agrees or doesn't agree with me or whatever, but I'm just gonna be
Make
honest
him.
with you. Karens aren't the best, but I'd prefer a Karen to a pushy druggie at 2 a.m. Thank you very much. And there's 4 walls on both of them.
Okay, so
My main points.
while he makes the point that there are 4 walls on a Target. First of all, you're welcome for that. Second of all, Walmart not only created the walls, but over the years has revolutionized the walls.
Wait, I'm sorry. Do you get a second rebuttal, Josh?
No, he went first, and then this is my last.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Walmart is very, very world renowned for having the world's strongest walls. And this is a very important thing for the store when you're against constant threat. Now, Target, on the other hand, yes, they have walls, but they're not nearly as strong. They're paper thin compared to Walmart. And that's especially a big deal because they have a giant target on the front of their store. If you're telling me if there's a rocket coming straight at your store, would you rather be in the place with a giant bullseye on it with paper thin walls, or be in Walmart where it's double reinforced with steel and apparently drugs and reinforced with all of the stuff that will keep you safe? If there's a missile coming towards a Walmart, you can probably stay safe and keep shopping. If they're probably going to be going straight for the bullseye if you're in a Target. So that's my final remark, is that at the end of the day, the walls of Walmart are just too strong and nobody will do it better than them. And Target literally has a giant target on their back. So if you want a secure shopping experience, Walmart is the way to go. Thank you. Thank you.
Fair enough.
That took a turn for either the better or the worse. I'm not really sure. Very
Wait,
fast.
does Casey still have a rebuttal?
No,
No, he does
No, that
not.
was I already had my rebuttal.
It went Josh, Casey.
no, it was
Ca-
Casey.
no,
and-
I
Casey,
started
Josh, Casey,
first.
Josh.
All right.
Uh,
So, shall we give our thoughts?
we shall.
So,
At first, oh, go ahead, CJ.
oh, you can go.
So at first, was Casey's opening statement was really good, with how Walmart is like crusty and stuff, which I agree is kind of crusty. Like if I was gonna vote for Casey at the beginning, now with Josh's rebuttal, that was a pretty strong rebuttal.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna go with Josh.
That's fair.
As someone who in real life doesn't like Walmart because they underpay employees, make sure that they don't give them any benefits. It's just a really sketchy place to work. And I know that they work with a bunch of pretty horrible organizations that support like these private prisons and stuff like that. Like in real life, Walmart's a pretty crappy place. However, we're talking like this in the low ground podcast world, where I think that within the arguments, I think I liked Josh's better. I kind of forget what Casey said in the first one. It didn't really grab my
dang.
attention. And you know what
Oh,
Josh is
dang.
right. If and when Kim Jong-un snaps and just wants to annihilate the US, the target's going down. I'm sorry, but I want to stay behind those nice sweet walls of Walmart. So I'm gonna go with Josh on this one.
I'll go
Though,
next.
if the Walmart CEOs are listening, you're horrible. I hate you. Anyways, good.
I'll go next. So, I'm just gonna say it straight out. I agree with Casey, and I'm gonna go with Casey because we live
Sweet.
very close to a Walmart. I mean, yes, I have had to go to late night, last second Walmart runs,
After your
and
kid
that
pukes and your
crap
wife wants to
is
buy milk.
sketchy and scary. I have feared for my life before. I've been like, yes, I'm
Yes.
walking into Walmart. I do not certainly know if I will walk out of here alive. And so it certainly scares me. You can look up pictures of people in Walmart. I mean, those people are sketch. There are
I'm
people
gonna
with
look right now.
freaking like pee stains on their shorts and shirt, and like
Their
it's like
shirt, dang.
yeah, it's sketch.
Oh my
It's
god!
sketch.
I'm looking up people in Walmart. These are like some of the most disgusting people I've ever seen in my life.
See,
If
that's
you
what I'm
shop at
saying.
Walmart,
That's what I'm
there's obviously
Exactly.
nothing wrong with
Exactly.
anybody.
So
that shops
I'm
at
gonna
Walmart.
go ahead and go with Casey here because Target
is
is
a
such
good
a
place
pleasant
to buy
experience.
good stuff at premium quality and premium price.
Dude, the
We're not
first things I
shaming
see,
anybody, obviously.
dude, I just looked up people in Walmart, and the first things I see is a lady with plungers stuck to her back and a guy with a Confederate flag sweatshirt.
Yeah.
Good lord.
Okay.
That's the
Uh,
crowd you encounter at Walmart.
For
And
my
there's
Try to
remarks,
warn you.
I'm not going to show any of these images on the actual video for
Yeah, it's
obvious
probably
reasons.
insane.
That's a good idea.
I mean, yeah, these people are pretty sketch. This
Maybe I'll
guy's
show.
walking around in
Again.
boxers.
Again,
This
there's
guy,
nothing wrong with shopping at Walmart. Just
there's this one guy with beat up jeans, beat up shoes, and a bra on. There's
Okay.
hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Okay. For my remarks, first off, I'd like to say that in these, whenever somebody acknowledges your argument first, you pretty much know you lost. Like, if you're like, at first I really thought Case made some good points, but then, so
You're like,
so on that note, I think Josh made some really good points, but um, Casey, I liked how he talked about how Walmart did the walls first, but Target kind of expanded on that. It's like, yeah, Coca-Cola, the old Coca-Cola, like 1800s Coca-Cola came first, but I don't know about you. I would rather drink Coca-Cola now instead of Coca-Cola in the 1800s.
Actually, though, you
have,
could
like, Coke
probably
Zero
you could
now.
probably get classic Coca-Cola at Walmart because of the cocaine.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
correct.
And
hold
you'll
up,
probably find it there.
hold up. There's a People of Walmart adult coloring book.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm going with Casey. Let's end this now. Put us out of our misery.
Epic guy,
Well played.
which means
Moving
that
on.
the last two people are Grady and Peyton.
Oh wowzer!
Are you guys ready for this?
We'll
I'm
see what
spinning the
protein.
wheel. The wheel is spinning. I'm hyped. Are you hyped? I hope you are. I'm
I need
excited.
to win so bad.
Yeah,
Please.
Pink Stars
Oh,
got no
well,
one.
Please.
baby. Oh, this is a spicy one. We have Darth Jar Jar versus Darth Dexter.
Oh gosh.
Please.
So you guys can argue this however you want, whether who's the better character or who would win in an epic death match. But we have Darth Jar Jar Binks versus Darth Dexter Jester.
Give Grady Dexter Jester, and then
No.
give Peyton Jar Jar.
I'll
I
take
don't know
Dex.
who Dexter is.
Okay, I'll
Actually,
take
yeah,
Dexter.
okay,
I'll take
we're-
Dexter.
give Peyton Dexter and give Grady Jar Jar.
yeah.
Oh
Yes.
gosh, I'm not gonna do good on this one. I'll do that right
Just
now.
feel it within your soul. He'll help you out. He's always watching.
CJ, stop making arguments for him.
Do you want to
Jar
go
Jar.
first or should I,
He'll
Greg?
help you.
I don't care.
I'll go first. Okay. So, for those of you who have watched our Star Wars character tier list video, you know that, in fact, one of the first characters that I called out and mentioned was, indeed, Dexter Jetster. And if you all watched the video, then you also know how I theorized that Dexter Jetster should have been the main villain in The Rise of Skywalker. And that's simply because he is so secretly diabolical. Think about this guy. He owns a restaurant. May not seem like much at first. Yeah, think about what he's doing for the economy of Coruscant. He's running larger businesses like smugglers and things of that nature. Businesses that exploit the people, his local business is running those kinds of businesses out of business. Think
Not
about how
true.
maniacally evil that is. Also, on an actual plot point here, I like to mention that he knows about Camino, which means he's been there before, which doesn't mean
Ooh.
that, but he was part of the cloning process. The clones are not actually clones of Jango Fett, I'm telling you. They're clones of Dexter Jetster. Dexter
Bro,
Jetster.
a twist.
Okay, no. You know the puppet meme? So Palpatine, he thinks he's controlling the Jedi Order. He's controlling the Clone Wars. No, Dexter Jester was controlling Palpatine. Dexter Jester made Palpatine think he just set up the Clone Wars, but in reality, Dexter Jester was behind everything. So, I mean, I don't really know what else you can say to that, to a villain who's literally behind the single most epic event of evil in Star Wars history. So, yeah, Dexter Jester, baby.
If what you say is true, then you have gained my trust.
What you said is true, then you won't gain my trust.
I think that Dexter Jester is a Sith Lord.
I think the Dexter Jester is
Lord.
All right, solid first round. Or solid first thing. Go for it with Darth Jar Jar. Great.
Gold darn, dude. You can never, think about in a movie. Think about one movie where there was a very kind character, over the top. He's never good. He or she is never good. They're always bad. Think about Jar Jar. He's trying to be funny just to cover up that he's the most diabolical, evil, scheming Sith Lord that ever roamed this galaxy. Or any galaxy, at that. Because they live in a galaxy far, far away. Now, Jar Jar, if you look at him, he is the ideal male physique.
That is true.
He is toned from head to toe and has the longest tongue to get the highest trees and the highest leaves off the tallest branches. Now that is pretty lit, if I do say so myself.
That is.
You think he could dual wield lightsabers with his tongue?
For sure, dude. He could have 3 lightsabers, 2 in his hands, and then 1 on his long tongue. Okay, he could be slicing and dicing like a frickin' chef at Shinto's. Okay, Jar Jar walks around like he owns the place because he knows that he owns the place. If let's say right now, who's the greatest quote unquote Sith Lord that you know?
Dexter Jester. Okay.
Palpatine.
Palpatine. Okay, if Palpatine came up to Jar Jar and was about to go all
Come out on him.
ultimate power crap like that, Jar Jar would literally whip out anything. Let's say, name something random.
Soap.
His tongue.
What?
Soap.
I know
Soap.
we're not talking about Star Wars.
He could grab some soap and just in an instant lather that all on the ground. Palpatine slips, shocks himself, and freaking dies. Now that is the absolute power of Sith Lord Darth
Soap.
Jar Jar.
Well,
That was beautiful.
all right.
Okay, let's just
That was-
get right into this.
That was so beautiful. I'm tearing up.
I know, right?
Grady
I have
says
that
that
effect in
Jar Jar Binks can wield 3 lightsabers at once. You know who the heck can wield 4 lightsabers at once? Yeah, Dexter Jetster. He's the same dang species as Pong Krell, possibly the most evil of the Jedi generals of the Clone Wars. This guy, I mean, I don't know if you've seen the Umbara arc of Clone Wars. This guy is just the most evil dude. He's basically Space Hitler. You know, and then also he's got that extra flab on his stomach, Dexter Jester, to protect him from ill-advised soap spilling. He lands on his stomach. He'll just bounce right back up, land right on top of Jar Jar, RKO from the top ropes. Also, I don't know if you know this, but Dexter Jester wears sandals. Okay, I've seen it. So clearly he has better footwear than Jar Jar. He is.
The thing is that You say yes. Okay, I do agree with you that Dexter Jetster, he does have many weapons and he has the knowledge of the weapons. That doesn't mean he could use them well.
Yeah, it
Think,
does.
and no, it doesn't. Think about it. If you, let's just say you know the game of baseball really well, like you know the rules and the ways of the game.
Which
That
comes from
doesn't,
playing it.
no, like you study it and like you look stuff up and stuff. That doesn't mean that you can just pick up a bat and hit a home run. Jar Jar has that ability with anything. Listen, Jar Jar, I bet he already knows the Force. Sure, it's not confirmed, but I could confirm it right now, and everyone would agree with me, and that'd be that.
I
Jar
wouldn't
Jar
agree with you.
can use the Jar Jar can use the Force. Now, Jar Jar in the fighting scene with Jar Jar and all of the people of his kind, he freaking goes ham on those boys. I mean, he is a god tier fighter that with with the weapons and the weapon knowledge of Dexter Jetster, he could have a field day on anyone and anything, and he will. It's only a matter of time before he takes over America.
Oh no, it's a curse. He used the America as his
Your
closing
turn.
line. Also, CJ, when he says him going ham, can you just play the clip of him in the Phantom Menace fighting the droid?
Yes.
All right.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that everything?
Yes, we are
Yeah.
finished here.
All right. Who would like to give their opinions first?
I mean, I don't want to speak first because I am
Me either.
very torn. This is incredibly
Yeah.
difficult. Those are both.
This is a tough.
At first, I was like, "Yeah, Peyton, I totally get this. You know, this is really good." And then you know, Grady spoke, and I'm like, "Well, never mind." I mean, Jar Jar. Listen, Grady is right. I have looked at Jar Jar and been like, "Man, I'm never gonna be able to look as good as Jar Jar." Like, he just sets this high standard for just like being jacked and just being like just the coolest human being on the planet. You know, like Mace Windu walks on the screen, you're like, "Hey, he's pretty cool." Jar Jar walks on the screen, Mace Windu is no longer the coolest person. All right.
Welcome to
But
downtown
Peyton, on the other
Chargers.
hand, Peyton is also right because Dexter has all this knowledge. How does he know about the Kaminoans? And I mean, even though he is running a business that is completely non-competing with the other, you know, things on Coruscant, it might run them out of business somehow. I don't know. So this is just difficult. I don't know. One of you guys are gonna have to speak first because
Okay.
they're both such good
I
arguments.
think I'm gonna do something similar to CJ in that I'm gonna talk but not actually come to a conclusion. Uh, so at first, Peyton really had me. And don't think this is an indicator of my decision because I'm gonna go back and forth here. At first, Peyton really had me with all the all the stuff about Dexter. I don't remember which argument was exactly his first one, but I remember specifically what stuck out to me. What stuck out to me was his business in Coruscant and everything, all the power that he has there in the business empire that is Coruscant. And also one of the points that I really liked that he made also was the forearms and the fat that the just sheer bulk of this big boy that he could take a lightsaber hit to the stomach and bounce back. But Grady made some really good points too about how he can use his tongue to, you know, do all sorts of helpful things, and how he's just like jacked. He's just like peak peak physique. Um, and also just how maniacally happy and joyful he is all the time. Like, what's going on behind those eyes? I don't know. So I don't know if I really have a decision.
Guys, I'm just gonna make a decision. I'm just gonna go with Jar Jar because I don't know. Dexter was awesome as well, but I just think that I'm gonna go with Jar Jar on this one.
I'm gonna go with Dexter, so it's even, so I don't feel like I'm influencing the result.
Wow, Josh. Wow. Wow.
Casey, you go.
I'm just gonna be frank. Grady has been like I can't hear him at all. So I didn't hear his entire argument. I just heard like minutes of silence. So
Oh,
for that reason,
no.
I'm going with Peyton.
Yes. Winning by technicality. No, not winning yet. Gaining at least a half
My
a point
gosh.
by technicalities is the best way to win a half a point.
Gosh,
You gotta love Dexter.
Ugh.
if he loses off of that,
I don't know, because you guys both made some really good arguments. Jar Jar. You know what? I've made a decision.
Let's hear
I'm
it.
going with Grady.
All right, so we have a 2-2 tie.
Give me that half a point, baby.
All right, we've had some rousing debates for the first. We've had 2 ties and then one
I
victory.
don't want to talk about it.
All right, well, we are on to the second round of spins then, right?
Yeah. So
Everybody's names
I'll
going back.
add our names all back onto the thing.
Dear God, please. One win, please. I beg
Hey.
you.
All right. So next up we have myself
Versus.
versus it's spinning. It is spinning. Should I say if it lands on Ryan again, then we have to respin?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Peyton. So me versus Peyton.
Ah,
I want to go against Grady.
The revenge of the turkey.
All right. Yeah, this will be a rematch. This will be a rematch. I beat the living crap out of Peyton last time. No,
Okay,
it
no,
was a close
absolutely
vote.
not.
I'm just kidding. It was a close vote. But rematch.
Should have
All
been
right.
turkey. Okay. What is our legendary debate topic?
Oh, good lord. Why do we have to get this one? Yellow minions versus purple minions.
Yeah, boy. Dude, I wish
Sure,
I
I'm not doing
wish
this.
I had that one.
I don't know. I'm trying to
Yeah.
form an argument in my head right now for either side.
You know what? Let's give CJ purple minions and Peyton yellow minions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, this really says something about
So
society.
I'm getting purple minions, all right?
Yes, that's right.
Society.
All right. Peyton, you want to go first? Because classic minions go first.
I suppose I will go first. I don't feel comfortable, but I'm going to go first anyway. Minions, baby. Okay. So the purple minions created by El Macho in the dramatic comedy, also a rom-com, Despicable Me 2, which was created in North Korea and sold to Americans through bootleg sites. These purple minions created by El Macho, let's just be frank, they're ugly. They're hideous. Do you think Illumination is going to sell toys and create their desensitized child empire with purple minions? What kind of child walks into the store and sees a yellow Tic Tac and a hairy purple Tic Tac and says, "Mom, give me the hairy purple Tic Tac to sleep with. I'm going to hold that as I sleep tonight instead of this cute little yellow Tic Tac holding a teddy bear, Mom. Please get me the purple one that has hair and very long arms and disgruntled teeth." I don't think any child is going to say that. And Illumination, they really don't care about the quality of their films. We already talked about this in Casey's Stanky Legs on the Minion Society. You know, they don't care. They just want to sell the toys. So they're literally admitting to you right there that yellow minions are better. Also, purple minions, they had no character development. They show up for about 5 minutes and they grunt a couple times. Also, Maya hated that picture. Also, may I add that when Groot sneaks into El Macho's lair with 2 minions, I forgot which 2 they are, they paint themselves purple. So yellow minions can even impersonate purple minions, right? You don't even have to get purple minions. You can get the 2-in-1. Even if you do like purple minions better, with yellow minions, you can get the 2-in-1 too. So hooray for yellow Tic Tacs, I guess is what I'm saying.
That was a pretty good
All
argument.
right. I'm going to say this once. Nothing personal, kid. You put a purple minion and a yellow minion in a ring with each other, and you say go. The yellow minion has about 3 seconds to live maximum. All right? There is not a competition between a windshield and a fly, or a hammer and a nail. All right, the purple minion is going full out, just insane, pulling out its claws and its teeth. You ever play the game Doom? All right, the new games, and just how Doom guy just like literally rips and tears through the demons. That's how it's like with the purple minion. It just shreds apart the yellow minion just with his bare hands. It's nothing. All right, he can take down a whole army of them. They are genetically modified, all right? Yeah, your kid's not going to want to sleep with it, but your kid should sleep with it. Let's say a monster comes out of the closet, right? And it has the full intention of just ripping your kid's limbs from their sockets. Who do you want protecting your kid? The stupid little marshmallow Bob who plays with toilet paper and fart guns? Or are you going to bring out the purple minion, all right, who probably has a loaded AK-47 in his pocket, ready to defend the child?
His pocket. Oh my god. The sheer size of his pockets.
You know,
Oh my.
it's a lot. The purple minions are. I had something in my throat. Sorry. Actually, I can use that. Speaking of throats,
No, don't use
minions scream. Purple minions can. The blood curdling scream. Any enemy will leave. All right. Just think of the scariest enemy in the world, right? The Mongols. The Mongols that invaded China. All right. You take the Mongols versus the purple minions. Not even a competition. All right. That'd be just an absolute slaughter of the Mongols. All right. We should test that, you know? Pull up Age of Empires 2, make a mod where you can play as the purple minions and just annihilate the Mongols. So yes, that is my opening statement. Yeah, they're not pretty, but they pack a hard punch, baby, and that's all they need to do. Purple Minions 2020. Wait, the election already happened.
I'm about to end this man's whole career.
But I'm not.
Okay, so you say if you put a yellow minion and a purple minion in the ring together, the purple minion will rip them to shreds. Hey buddy, have you heard of a little thing called plot armor? Yeah, you think that they're gonna kill a yellow minion? No. The yellow minion is going to goof his way into a win. He's going to slip or something, causing the purple minion to literally crack his skull open against the wires of the ring, you know? Something that stupid, because they are not going to kill a yellow minion. Illumination just has this connection to them. Also, may I remind you that yellow minions just have more sheer numbers than purple minions. It's like Call of Duty zombies, you know? Yeah, sure, you know, you take like 25 purple minions, you know, but the sheer amount of minions that Gru keeps in his basement is just enough to completely overwhelm them. It's like stage 85 of zombies. Yeah, you may fight off like 75 of the 85 waves, but that's still like a couple thousand minions that are just gonna beat the crap out of you. Also, may I remind you that Kevin has grown to an extremely large size before and terrorized the world's top British crime syndicate. So I think that the minions can hold their own. Thank you very much. Yeah, he slapped a rocket out of the sky. Yeah, and they also have access to Gru's weaponry too. So I mean, just sheer numbers and plot protection. There's literally no way that even a group of purple minions could beat the yellow minions. It's just that simple. Especially if the fight is occurring in Gru's basement.
And with and with wide Kevin.
Wide Kevin.
All right.
Please play wide Putin music as Kevin
was that
smacks
it?
the rocket. Yes,
that it?
that's it.
That's all.
That's all.
Let's stray away from combat for a second.
See, that's it.
Wait, I haven't
No,
done
no, it's not it. CJ's.
Oh,
no,
CJ still got it.
that was it
Bro.
for me.
Let's stray away from combat for a second, all right? Minions, as we've established in our third podcast, are incredibly annoying little creatures, okay? Let's take it in the real world for a second, where minions don't actually exist. You see minions in these horrible Facebook memes everywhere about, like, why you don't want to lose weight because you're too busy downing 80 chalupas or whatever. Whereas you don't get any of that garbage with the purple minion, all right? Regular minions have been associated these days with frustration, cringe, like middle-aged mothers on Facebook and Twitter and all this kind of stuff. And the whole image of a minion has been completely ruined. I went into like it was like my sophomore year of high school, which was like no, it was like 2 years ago. And I walked into this teacher's room and they just had a picture of a minion. It just said Bello. Am I supposed to laugh at that? Is that supposed to be funny? It just says Bello. This is bullcrap, all right? You don't get any of that with a purple minion, right? They
Okay,
actually
well, I'm
they
saying
have
one to the
quiet
chat right
power,
now.
all right? They have inner strength not to get completely ruined by these just horrible, awful memes. All right,
Look up
has a
purple
purple
minion memes.
has-
Don't
okay,
give me one of
they
those
might
days.
exist. They might exist, but they are nowhere near as widespread and destructive as the yellow minions. Okay. Has a purple minion ever made you just want to sit in your room drinking like syrup all day, just crying because of how much you hate the world? No, but has a yellow minion done that? Yes, yes, it has. All right. The purple minion is just so much more tolerable and just less annoying. All right. If I would rather sit in a room with a purple minion than a yellow minion all day, you know why? Because at least the purple minion would kill me, so I don't have to listen to him. I have to stay alive and listen to the yellow minion talk the entire time. Thank you. That is my closing statement.
All right. Well, as we continue to post purple minion memes into the chat, let's all give
Wait.
our thoughts.
Before you decide, I want you to look at this meme I'm about to send to you right now.
Oh, I already sent that one.
Yeah, those are pretty bad. I mean, at least not as
I took a screenshot of like the entire page of them. There were like a bunch more, but
Okay, so I don't think that for me, I don't think the meme thing is gonna hurt CJ's argument for me too much because, like you said, the yellow ones are much more widespread and popularized. So I'm not gonna count that as a
that's
positive or
facts. Yeah.
negative for him. If I can just start off by saying, I think that CJ had it won for me with the stage of combat. Uh, Obviously, you know, you're gonna want one of these things at fighting in the ring for you. But at the end of the day, plot armor wins the day. That you know that feeling when you go into a movie and the protagonist is hanging off a cliff, but you're like, you know they don't have the guts to kill him off. That's the type of thing that have with literally every one of these little Tic Tacs.
This is like the Doomslayer versus a bunny rabbit, though.
Yes,
And
but
the bunny
if
rabbit has plot protection because
I
it's a
think
movie for
plot
6-year-olds.
protection gives infinite protection enchantment. But I'm not gonna let that be the deciding factor. Um, I think on the real world level, the meme thing was a good point from CJ, but the marketability point for the cuter side and the more kid friendly version of the yellow minions with the fart guns and all that. Kids like that stuff. I'm kind of undecided right now. I'll let somebody else go and then just kind of make my decision from there.
All right. So you guys both had good arguments, but like you guys didn't point this out. CJ, you didn't point this out, but like this is just helping my case. When you went to go see Despicable Me 2, right after, did you or did you not beg your mom for a purple minion?
I didn't
You
beg my mom for
probably
any minion. I think I
you
was above the
probably
age of.
didn't.
Well, I was like 5 then, so
Please
I
tell me
did.
you didn't. Please tell me you didn't. You didn't?
I did
No, I
not.
did.
I did not beg my mom for a purple minion.
Wait,
Unfortunately,
Well, I
Ryan.
didn't beg my mom, but like I wanted one just
Oh dear
because.
God, no.
No. No, just because like when you're little and you have like I had like a minion stuffed animal because like why not? When I was
Yeah.
little,
Yeah.
probably would have
and
too.
once there's like something like new, like when you're a kid, you're like, well, it's new, so I want it.
True.
So
Very true.
yeah, that's not
Think about it.
deciding argument, but like I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. CJ. You guys both had really good arguments, but I think CJ had a slightly better argument.
Thank you. All right.
I think I'm gonna go with Peyton on this one. I agree. Plot
Fair, very
protection.
fair.
Plot protection wins over anything.
And
Just saying.
sheer
Gosh
numbers.
dang it.
And the setting of Gru's basement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm sorry that my minions aren't basement slaves. Okay.
I'm sorry too. You're put at a disadvantage immediately.
All right, Casey, what do you think?
All right. You know what? I just have to say, I found so many fallacies in Peyton's arguments.
Oh, so
Like in a fight between all of the purple minions and all of the higher. That's absolutely not. not
Yeah.
true.
I think that was like a
There's
all of the minions,
an infinite supply of minions.
but there's
so.
not though. How do you confirm that? Is there have you found lore? Is it in a film? Then no, it's not canon. So I'm gonna, from the film, it was just basically purple minions and there were yellow.
The
So
guy
just really just makes sense.
Add it
All
to
right.
the Christmas list.
But I don't think that anybody wants to see another tie. I'm gonna give the people what they want. Sorry,
You're
Peyton.
right, Peyton.
I was very on the fence.
I was not.
Okay, I'm not sure what happened there. I'm not sure how much Craig didn't record because Craig just left, which is the bot
Craig
we
was
used
so
to record things.
disgusted with Casey
Craig is the
poking
bot we used to
logical
just
holes in my
for,
argument that he
geez.
just got up and left.
Discord. And
I don't think you missed much.
okay, it said he
because
left
I
at 11 once. I'm just gonna stitch these clips together. Hopefully everything's okay. I'm just gonna restate what happened. Grady versus Josh, apple juice versus orange juice. I know that Josh loves orange juice, so should we give Josh orange juice and Grady apple juice?
Apple juice.
Okay.
give Josh apple juice and Grady orange juice.
All right. So does that sound good, guys?
Yeah.
Which one?
That's
Which
fine.
one we doing?
All right. Josh,
Wait, so which one do I have?
Josh, you have apple juice.
Apple
Grady
juice,
has
okay,
orange
okay.
juice. All right. So who wants to go first?
I don't care.
Council, who should go first?
Grady.
All right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Go crazy, man.
Okay. You wake up in the morning. You get. I'm not going to debate this again with the pancakes and the waffles, but you get either one. You get some fruit. You're having a nice morning. You're like, those either pancakes or waffles made me very thirsty. I wonder what I'm gonna have. You open the fridge. You have some apple juice and you have some orange juice. You look at the apple juice and you think the only difference between this and apple cider is that apple cider is like rotted apples. And so I don't really feel like I want apple juice. There's no point. It's just apple. I could literally have an apple and taste the same exact thing. You take an orange with the orange concentrate and the beautifulness of everything combined. You pour that into your cup and you drink that down, and it gives you the taste of breakfast. If you're thinking of breakfast, honestly, you think of a drink. It's either a drink for breakfast. I'd say for me, it would either first thing I would think of would be either chocolate milk or orange juice. Apple juice, I wouldn't think of that. I'm just saying I feel like it's not really a morning thing, and I feel like it's not really an ever thing. I feel like it's not really needed. You have everything you need in orange juice and apple cider, and so I don't really see the point in needing apple juice. Just saying.
Okay. Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Because I have a very important point I'd like to make.
Oh boy.
So, first of
Think I
all,
know
I
where you're
just
going
want to
with
get out of
this.
the way that these might be my two favorite soft drinks. No, these might be my two favorite non-alcoholic drinks. Just period. Not the Anyway, these might be my two favorite drinks of all time in apple juice and orange juice. But I want to say something as a lover of orange juice that orange juice, while it is great for breakfast, I agree. It doesn't have much versatility outside of that. And I feel like any time of the day, I can go for a nice cup of apple juice. Apple juice is just one of those juices that you can just suck down a couple of glasses of that stuff. You're trying to tell me that if you get a juicy juice, those little boxes, those little fruit boxes that you get with
Yeah.
you poke the little straw hole? Yeah. You're gonna be super happy if you get something like apple juice. If you get orange juice in one of those things, you're just like, okay, you know, it's not that type of thing. It's not the type of thing that you can have much outside of breakfast. It's not good for practical consumption outside of breakfast. When I think of breakfast, yes, sure, you probably think of orange juice. But when I think of nostalgia and I think of my childhood, I think of getting those juice boxes and drinking that apple juice with graham crackers or goldfish crackers or something like that. At the end of the day, there's just so much more practical consumption that you have with apple juice. Not to mention that oranges, in fact, sprout out of the ground like potatoes, while apples grow on trees and are much more accessible. So don't fact check me on that, but that's my point.
That sounds fair.
And I would just like to close, again by saying that apple juice has, in my eyes, fairly similar, not similar taste, but they're on the same playing field when it comes to taste. And when you get just the overall versatility of apple juice versus the pretty strict confinement for orange juice of being a breakfast thing, I think that overall apple juice takes the cake. I don't have something funny for this. That's just the truth.
Alright, that's fair. I'm gonna say it right now. I feel like, so you're talking about how, yeah, apple juice can be had at, whenever. It's spread too thin. Orange juice is a big, bulky thing. You know, it's something, yeah, sure, maybe you can have it at dinner. Okay. But that means that, personally, I feel, you don't have to agree with me, but I'm just saying, if you don't choose me, I know where you live. That orange juice is one of, if not the best, juices to have with your breakfast. Drinks in general, actually. So I feel like, also, with the whole, you know, oranges grow out of the ground, and I don't think they do. They grow on trees, right?
You just can't handle the truth.
Yeah, they grow on trees.
They grow on trees.
Yeah.
But if we were going with Josh's logic about how oranges grow on the ground and apples grow on trees and apples are more accessible, that is so not true. Think about it. You're walking, you find a leaf down on the ground, you find a leaf up on a branch. Which one are you gonna go for first? The leaf
Well,
down on the ground, because it's easier to get.
Yeah, why am I
So,
going for a leaf?
no, I'm just I'm just saying in general. So, yeah, I'll end off my rebuttal there.
All right. This is the final
You're up.
rebuttal?
You are up.
Okay, so let me just get down to the nitty gritty here. At the end of the day, we really have to go down to the nature of the base of these two juices, and that's
Based.
I don't know why I keep saying that. The actual fruits. When it comes down to it, apples. Let me tell you. So when you're cutting open an apple, it's a fairly good sensation. You don't have any peel to come off. You can just bite straight into an apple. First of all, that doesn't contribute much to the juice. But second of all, juice that is from an orange juice that comes out of the fruit that is orange juice. That stuff, if it gets in your eyeball, it will sting. It will sting bad. You can pour apple juice into your eyes all day long. What you will have is a nice cold sensation like you're swimming under an apple juice pool without your goggles on. With orange juice, with all the citric acid and with all the acid in there, your eyes will burn out, and as will your throat and your lungs over time if you drink too much orange juice. Now, with apple juice, it has been single-handedly known to combat that. In fact, yes, it's somewhat acidic. I'll give you that. But it is scientifically proven that it is an exact opposite and a complete deterrent of the negative effects to your lungs and to your body that orange juice inflict to you. Orange juice, at the end of the day, is destroying all of your innards. Half of your respiratory organs will be destroyed if you drink too much orange juice. It's like drinking straight acid. It's like acid rain. It's like, the guy.
Craig
Why
left
is
again. I really hope this
Craig
isn't ruined
wants
the
us
podcast.
dead?
All right, so keep going, Peyton.
Yeah, so Josh kind of played off more of like how apple juice is safer and it's more abundant and it's more versatile. Grady kind of showed how orange juice is unique and it fits its role. Eeny, meeny, mo, catch type rabbit with foes. I'm eeny, meeny, mo. Josh.
I'm gonna
I
go
am
with Grady.
sorry. It came down eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Dang.
I was leaning on Grady, so I'm gonna go with Grady.
All right. I'm going with Grady.
Once again, I default to Josh because I did not hear Grady.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Okay, somehow Casey's got to, like, whenever Grady speaks, it's like mute himself and then go up to where Grady is or something like that.
Yeah. Because that's
Because
kind of unfair to Grady.
Yeah.
I just got a
Yeah.
free
All right.
L.
Well, if you can pardon the pun, at the end of the day, here we're just comparing apples and oranges. So
True.
Yes.
True. True facts.
Well, I wonder if, like, Casey's gonna re-listen to this podcast and be like, dang it, Grady had a much better argument. What was I doing?
Gold darn, dude.
Probably.
And speaking of arguments, the last people up are Ryan and Casey.
Ooh,
All
dang.
right. And their topic
there's
is
so many topics.
wheel is spinning. It is still spinning.
We can make
It has
some-
not stopped spinning.
Now spinning.
No, we already did this one.
Yeah.
All right, let me spin it again because it was tape versus glue. We already did that one last time.
Oh, yeah. That was a KO.
Ooh, that was a good one. Wait, that was me and Ryan as well, right?
No, that was
That was
you and
you and
Grady.
Grady.
That
Oh,
was
the
you
first
and
one we
Grady.
did. That was
Okay.
a KO.
But it would have been funny though if it was.
Peyton,
Dude, glue
Peyton,
stinks.
Peyton, okay, I don't know what you and I were thinking of when we put this one down,
Yeah.
but it's baby wipes versus knives.
I
Okay.
remember us saying that. I remember because we took like the most like safe like multi-purpose thing to like the most aggressive thing you could possibly.
How are we supposed to debate that?
Hey,
do.
You'll find a
We just
way.
do.
okay,
Life
listen. I'm gonna
finds a
give.
way.
Can we give Ryan? Let's give Ryan a knife and give
Casey the
Casey
baby.
baby.
That's what I was thinking.
Fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's give Ryan a knife
okay.
and give Casey a
Can I
baby
start?
wipe. Fight.
Yeah.
All right. So with my opening statement. So let's say you're walking down the road. Everybody has a pocket knife or has a pocket knife of some sort. If you don't, you should
This
get
is
one.
America.
Yeah, it's America. You're walking down the street. This guy comes and just starts trying to mug you. Would you rather have baby wipes or knife to defend yourself?
You tell
Baby
me,
wipes
man. I don't know.
Baby wipes will just clean him. Knives will hurt him.
Wholesome Keanu Chung moment.
And also, can you use baby wipes to cook?
Yeah.
Shut up.
No, you can't. So if you have this, you can chop up veggies, you can chop up chicken and stuff. You can make a good dinner. While if you just get baby wipes, you're just gonna make your dinner toxic. And then you're gonna be eating cleaning supplies. That's not good for your health. Okay. Um. Yeah, that's my opening statement because I can't really think of anything else.
Okay,
All right.
Casey, what you got?
POV. You're a thief who's been struggling for years to survive in the dirty streets of Manhattan. You go to mug somebody in the back of an alley, and they reach in their pocket suspiciously and pull out baby wipes. You glance in awe at these wipes, and you're like, "Oh dang!" They go over to you and start wiping you down. They give you something you haven't had in years: your dignity, your cleanliness. You are suddenly no longer compelled to rob them. You give them all of the money that you already had robbed from others and walk away a new man. This is why baby wipes are fundamentally better than knives. They produce better humans and a better society. Aside from this, let's think about if you're sitting on the toilet and you're out of toilet paper. There's someone else in the house, so you yell at them, "Hey, can you grab something for me to wipe my butt with?" They come back and give you a knife. Like, "Oh wow, knives are so much better than baby wipes. Like, I can just wipe my butt with this knife then." Right, Ryan? According to you, I mean, I don't know. So
You can if you want.
okay, so you
Yeah, it's true, you
you do that and you give yourself a fillet of fish in the anus. And then it's just where you go from there. Then you're bleeding out on the floor, and then I mean, it's not satisfactory. With a baby wipe, you can wipe yourself down. You can compel others to be better humans, and you can essentially create a better society. Thank you very much.
Well, okay, Ryan, would you like to? Well, of course you would like to rebut it, but
Rebut that butt. Wait, what? No, that doesn't make any sense.
He was talking, like what?
Okay.
So.
So, let's say this. There's one person in one corner, another person in one corner of the
So
boxing
far.
ring.
Okay.
One person has baby wipes, while the other has a knife. One person has to win, and it has to be because they tap out. Okay? So they all start running in, and that one guy just starts wiping you down. I think that's gonna make you tap out. That's gonna make you feel better. So that's gonna make you feel that that's gonna give you more inspiration. And then you can beat him. While he's just standing there distracted trying to wipe you down. Yeah.
All right, I'm following.
Alright. Like, you can beat him easily. He just has baby wipes. Like, what is he gonna do? Like, if he tries to hit you with the baby wipe, just cut it with a knife.
All right.
Is that all?
And also, let's say, oh wait, that's all. Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I would just like to start.
Hold up. I have to rebut this, bro.
Oh, you do?
Yes, sir.
I thought you went first.
No, Ryan went first.
Ryan went first. All right,
Ryan went first, yeah.
go for it then, dog, I guess.
All right, sir. So essentially, what you have here is a one-on-one contest between a person with a cloth wipe, not cloth, a baby wipe, and a knife. Yes, the person with the knife is going to absolutely butcher this person. But on national television, someone with a knife butchering someone with a baby wipe is essentially creating a martyr in this nation that will just explode with controversy over this murder that happened of this nice individual just trying to wipe his fellow down. This will create a stigma around knives that will not be overcome. They will be off the market everywhere. Baby wipes will become the main product in America, and there will be no more knives. They will be outlawed in the future. So, yeah, you know what? A knife would beat a baby wipe one-on-one combat, but it's the big picture that we're looking at here. Which one will survive the longest? Which one is better? In this scenario, the baby wipe will survive until the nuclear apocalypse. But, you didn't hear it from me. Thank you very much.
All right.
Until the nuclear apocalypse of December 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah. When Kim Jong-un hits the
We'll all be
target.
hiding in Walmart.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, that's another point It can double as a nuclear bunker.
That's
Baby
true.
wipes
That's
can.
too late.
Anyway,
Let's see.
Baby
Actually-
wipes can.
okay, who wants to talk first? I think there's a lot to unpack.
I thought they were both good arguments. However, I mean, first of all, Ryan was completely right in basically everything that he said, but I feel like that Casey thought outside the box a little bit more, and so I'm going to give it to Casey.
All right. Yeah, we'll see. Ryan, like he said, Ryan was right. I was agreeing with Ryan for a while there. And then Casey swooped in. We always got to have a little tidbit about society. He talked about how baby wipes is way more wholesome. Like, you walk up to some guy in the street and you start wiping him down when he's trying to mug you. I liked that situation. It gave me, good feels. Wholesome Reddit moment. You pull out a knife on somebody, that's just gonna create more animosity, and that's just a lot of paperwork if you end up seriously harming him.
Fact.
And also, a guy in a boxing ring, one has a knife and the other guy just starts wiping him down with a baby wipe. That's YouTube trending page type of stuff. Like, that's
You have guts to do that. Are you kidding me?
Not
That's why-
clickbait.
that's
He used a what in this
That's
fighting
just
ring?
that's like
Not
an
clickbait.
emotional story. And like you said, like, you're gonna be on like talk shows talking about how like you're like a baby white pacifist, and then knives are gonna get outlawed because
Baby white pacifist. Dude, that should totally be your username. Baby white pacifist.
That's a good. I might actually do that. You guys might see me as baby white pacifist next time.
Yes.
All right.
I
Well,
love that.
Ryan had me for a long time there, but I mean, overall, I think that once you talk to one of the Jimmys on one of their talk shows about how
One
wiping
of the
people
Jimmys.
down is the way, That can be a cool new internet trend is just walking up to random people in the street and just wiping them down with a baby wipe. I think that could really catch on. I really like that idea, so I'm gonna go with Casey on this one.
No.
Dang, okay.
Fair enough.
Awkward
Anyway.
silence ensues. You or me, Grady?
I just assumed Grady was talking, but he wasn't. It was an actual awkward
No,
silence.
it was
Yeah,
an actual
it was a
silence.
real
okay.
awkward silence.
We don't have those often.
So I actually couldn't hear Casey the whole
Is
time.
he talking now?
No.
Oh dang!
No, I'm
The Grady strikes back.
So I'm gonna go
What
with
did
Ryan.
Grady say? I can't hear him.
Yes. Yes.
Grady
Okay.
said
No,
Grady
I'm-
mocked you by saying I couldn't hear Casey the whole time, so I'm
Oh
gonna.
my god.
Except
Grady, no.
I actually could hear Casey, but
But he
I'm gonna go with Ryan because I actually think he did better.
Okie dokie.
All right, cool. Peyton.
Okay, doke, artichoke.
Yeah, I liked how Ryan. He was completely correct. Definitely, you're right, 100% about how knives would definitely beat a baby wipe in combat. But I think that is kind of the trap that I've fallen into, especially with the recent Dexter Jetster and Yellow versus Purple Minion. I kind of fell into more a combat sort of vibe, like who would win in combat. I think Casey took broader strokes, kind of like CJ against me, and he kind of painted a picture of society, a society under baby wipes. And I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like that picture, man. New political party, baby wipe pacifists. I'm joining 2024. I'm gonna go with
Ryan
food.
could have talked about like some of the more wholesome aspects of knives, like spreading butter, or
Yeah.
like like whittling or something.
Whittling.
No, I think Ryan has a nearly.
Could have whittled a baby knife, a baby wipe.
Exactly.
Whittle a baby wipe out of
All right, so what's your
A
Basically,
bigger
yeah.
baby wipe.
Peyton, what's your verdict?
Casey.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there was nothing. Actually, Ryan's argument was like really sound, and there wasn't anything inherently wrong with it. I just like
I
the
know.
direction Casey's went in more.
I just went completely out of the box.
But
I mean,
even,
how do you argue
what,
baby wipes?
what even was that topic? Baby wipes versus
Yeah.
a knife.
Yeah, that's probably one of the weirdest.
That
ones.
might have been the best ones in the night. And I think that's the last one.
I
we're
think
doing.
our goal was to just take the most like common household item that's like the most child friendly and like just like general applications, and then take a knife that has like one purpose and is very aggressive.
Yeah, we should like put on the
Of a
thing
choking
a gummy
hazard?
bear. We should put on the wheel a gummy bear versus Gatling.
All right. Well,
So yeah, we've been going like over an hour and 20 minutes, I think. So
we can crowd.
it is time to wrap this up. This might take a while to pull out since I still need to pump out the last podcast. My
Yeah.
freaking OBS on my computer won't work, which lets me record my screen. So it's hard for me to get gameplay. I could just stream it on Twitch and download that, but it'll be all pixely. So I'm gonna work on that. I'll probably just download some other software. I'll get the last podcast out, then I'll get this one out. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll put the final scores up right now. By the way, do you guys want the scores up right now to be the scores of this night or the total scores across this entire series?
Maybe put one
Maybe
that's our score for tonight, and then one for the total score. And also, Team Tuna, listen, I know you're out there. I promise I'll get you guys a win. I'll do it for the boys.
You got a tie. You got a tie.
Yes, but I need a win for the Baby Wife Society for Team Tuna.
All right. So thank you guys for watching. This was epic.
Catch you
Anyone
on the
have
flip.
any final words?
I know we're not talking about Star Wars, and also, any future voice cracks, I feel like we should just not mention at all. Just let the viewers comment down below.
I can just censor them with society.
Or like
No,
a
no,
dolphin.
no, play
Same thing.
it, play it. I want the raw emotion from our viewers.
Is there a
Oh,
way
and
you
also-
can amplify those voice cracks and like make the screen shake
Yes.
when it happens?
Oh yeah, I
Bass
can do
boost.
that.
Can you bass boost my voice crack and then just zoom in on my icon?
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna end
Also,
it right here because I don't want this to go on forever. Wait, go ahead.
So Casey should have won. I agree. Make sure kids go around and start wiping people down.
Yes, sir.
Inspirational words from Ryan.
Society.
And I think
What
we're
a
gonna leave it
dad.
on that note. Thank you and goodbye.
I got pieces, buffs in my bowl. Nowadays on cruise control. I got pieces, buffs in
Wait.
Spin that
Don't
wheel.
spin
Spin
it
that
wet.
wheel,
Don't spin it wet.
yeah.
Don't spin it wet yet.
Wheel
You
is
cut this
spinning.
part out. I have to go to the bathroom.
Okay, I'll just cut this part out.
All right.
Guys, we could say whatever we want.
Frick.
Blooper reel time.
Heck,
Mom,
welcome to the
Mom,
zone.
Mom, can I have time to edit out of a video? To edit out of the video? Yes. Actually makes blooper reel like a boss. Meme time.
Yeah.
Poop
Oh,
stewing
paste.
in a pot.
Dude, watch the potty
Guys,
words,
I
bro.
like the sequels.
Okay, that's too far. The line has
Dude,
been
chill
crossed. I think it's
out,
time
dude,
to
chill
get back to work
I
here.
draw the line at racism.
That's just
Ryan was like, you can have a series of 9 good movies.
I
And I'm
know.
like,
I know you-
TJ. Execute Order 66. I'm like, that would have been a
mean-
hilarious joke if that would have landed without the voice
Yeah.
crack.
Man, I could have gone either way on that.
Netflix and Pop
You wouldn't
You can
Tarts.
pirate shows too.
Netflix and Pop Tarts.
Pop Tarts. Netflix and Pop Tarts.
Making the reel.
big chungus, big
Big
chungus,
Chungus, Big Chungus.
big.
Wait,
big-
guys, we're gonna get copies.
Oh no! Chill out, dude, chill out.
Big Chungus,
Big,
Big Chungus is
big
coming in with a
Chungus.
big
I
law.
walk a lonely road.
Big
Oh
Chungus
crap, we
slaps us the
are
crap.
going to get copyrighted.
Small,
We
small
can't sing
chunk.
this song. I already did this in the Star Wars character
Medium chungus.
tier
Chungus,
list.
medium chungus.
Ah.
Dude.